What's up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. First, let's start off by saying hopefully everybody had a wonderful Christmas and hopefully everybody has a blessed new year. This will probably be the last video of 2025 for myself, depending if I can get the other video out in time of the stuff that we still got to do to the car. But recently, guys, I've been really busy just trying to deal with family stuff, kicking it with them, hanging out with them, spending quality time with them for the holidays. And I also ended up going to Mexico to pick up a new hood that we're going to be offering for you guys. So basically, I'm not going to be doing any work to the car in this video. I really want to show you guys the new hood we're going to be making, but first I wanted to get into something that I've been hearing a lot of lately. In recent times, guys, we've been hearing that everybody's been calling these hoods the Hush Performance hoods, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of back knowledge for these hoods, as it was never a Hush Performance hood. Robert from Hush Performance ended up taking light of these hoods and was the distributor for them. When we first found out about these hoods was back in 2019, but we'll get to that here in a moment. Let's go ahead and rewind a little bit. The hoods, the K20 SR style hoods for the USDM front end were actually made in 2004 to 2006, formerly by a company named Fiber Images. If you guys follow Deadbeat Garage, Bravis, you guys know that he has a SR style hood on his khaki Civic hatchback that he calls khaki. That hood right there is a Fiber Images hood. Unfortunately, the company ended up shutting down like around 2009, 2010, and they ended up skipping back into Mexico. That's where they ended up living at, moving their whole operation over there. And they ended up restarting the company back in the early, or 2010, 2011, now known as Carbon Trends. So if you guys have one of the older hoods, you guys will see that on the frame, it says Fiber Images. A little bit more to go along with that is that Brian and Albert from Carbon Trends and Brian from Hassport were really good friends. Brian ended up reaching out to Albert for a hood that he needed for a red CRX. I believe it's the same hood that he had currently when he was running on the show, TV show called Pinks All Out, when he raced that Volkswagen Bug. So this, again, hood was made 2004, 2006, as Brian did race in Pinks in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. So going back to that is that the hood was already made. In 2019 of May, the SR style hood for the CRX, the K20 version, resurrected and was brought back to life for a gentleman with a white hatchback that had a K swap. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop that right now. So that hatchback right there, you guys can see clearly on the bottom, the date, it says May 2019. I believe that gentleman, Lou, was a friend of Brian also, if I'm not mistaken. That gentleman, Lou, ended up reaching out to Albert to have a hood made so that way his K20 swap would fit. So Albert ended up selling him that hood, and you guys can see clearly that is tagged C Trends. So when we caught light of that hood, I ended up reaching out to the owner, Lou, and he ended up telling me who made the hood for him. And that's when I ended up getting in contact with Albert from Carbon Trends. If you guys have followed me for quite a few years on Instagram or on Facebook, you guys know that I used to own a Honda Civic wagon, and it had a K20 swapped. It had a K20 Z3 in it, and it was utilizing the Hassport dual height mounts along with an RBC manifold. So when I reached out to Albert, I asked him what it would take to make these hoods, and he told me that we'd have to do a buy-in, and I honestly wanted to make two hoods. I wanted to make a USDM hood and a SR style hood. So I found out how to do a buy-in. I had people join the buy-in, and we ended up making it happen, but I didn't have enough people to do the full buy-in. I ended up coming out of pocket for the rest of it, and then that's how we created these molds. Two different molds, a USDM and a SR style for the USDM front end. So shortly after I got my first hood, I did the test fit and everything else. We did have a little bit of issues where it didn't clear because I had my motor on the high setting, and I believe it was supposed to be on the lower setting. I don't really remember the whole K swap for the wagons. So shortly after that, I ended up putting it on the low setting, and the hood cleared great. So no issues at all. I ended up hitting up Albert and saying, hey bro, what would it take for me to go ahead and sell your CRX hoods? He then told me that it was going to be impossible because he had just started a contract, because Robert from Hush Performance ended up reaching out to him to see what it can do to produce them and him be the distributor. So unfortunately, I couldn't do it. So Robert was the one distributor, and that's when he finally came out onto Hush Performance saying that he was going to offer these hoods, and made everybody think that he had them made. Unfortunately, that was not the issue. These hoods, again, we go back to 2006, were already made. They were never specifically made for Hush Performance. They were always a Fiber Images and also Carbon Trends now. So for Robert to sit there and say that he is the maker of them, he was the one that did it, total BS, total bullshit, total copycat, same shit that Jack Spanier and Bull Boost do. They target the smaller companies and they want to take advantage of them because they see a market is there, and now they want to take advantage of that market. And it goes to show you that after Robert did the whole buy-ins that he did, he ended up buying about a good 30 to 40, 50 hoods, give or take, for customers that were pre-ordering. And after they had the fallout, on the very last trip, Robert ended up keeping one of the last hoods and tried to create a mold right off the bat within a week's time. He failed because he sucks at what he was doing at the time. And it may sound like I'm talking shit, but I'm talking shit because he has me blocked and he won't unblock me like a man. But at the end of the day, he ended up making a copy. 5 fucking years later, this boy in a man's body decided to make his own mold and copy Albert's from Carbon Trends hood. Again, guys, this was never a Fiber Images, never a Hush Performance hood. It's always been a Fiber Images or a Carbon Trends hood. So that little wannabe break dancer, whatever it is after 5 years, the little booty dance that he wanted to do, congratulations, but you still failed because we're already far ahead. But at the end of the day, guys, let's not go ahead and call it a Hush Performance hood, because again, I hate copycats. He's exactly like Jack Spanier and Bull Boost, taking advantage of the smaller companies, and he's a little too late to the party because we've also come out with another hood, guys. You guys already know we do the K20 hood for the CRX and hatchback. We also do the K24 version for the CRX and hatchback, so you don't have to run on the lower setting on a K24 and be closer to the ground, unlike his now. We also offer the sedan hood, guys. We also offer sedan hoods in K20 and also the wagon hoods for the K20 swapped ones. And to show you guys something now, guys, we also, should I do my little dance too, guys? Should I do my little dance too? Little wiggly googlies. Bro, this is our new K24 style hood featuring the J's Racing style. So this is for a USDM chassis, USDM front end. This will not fit the JDM front end with the JDM headlights, guys, so please keep that in mind. But this right here is our own version of the J's Racing, featuring the 2 vents that usually J's Racing has. The only difference, or the main difference between ours and J's Racing, is that the J's Racing is more of a bullfrog shaping of the top end, and I am not a fan of the J's Racing big ol' bullfrog top. I'd rather have this look because it suits the vehicle being square and having its subtle roundness where it needs to be. So going back into the hood, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little quick B-roll and let me know what you guys think in the comments. There you guys go. That is our version of the J's Racing style hood, featuring both vents like a J's Racing style hood or the J's Racing hood, and this is for a USDM front end, guys. Again, this is for our K24 hood. With our K24 hood, it may not fit the K24's version, as we may have a little bit of issues with the manifolds there. So we're going to see what it fits. I do have an appointment with the homie of mine that we're going to be test fitting it on, just to see what it clears. Main issue is, I believe, truthfully, is going to be the front vent, just because this is where the intake manifold sits. So this is where the intake manifold sits, along with the fuel rail, depending on if people run the fuel regulator there, and so on and so forth. And again, this is not the final version. We still have to do a lot of body work. We have to do the raised center here, the raised section here, just like the top one. This one here has a very subtle one, so you guys can see it. Let me get my shadowness out of the way, so you guys can see how it has the raised here. Very subtle, very minimal instead of really high. So we will get to be body working all this, making sure fit and finish is on it, is as close to perfect as we possibly can, and do our best to get this fully finalized so we can start offering it to you guys. I'm not sure about pricing, guys, but they probably will be offered in carbon fiber, Kevlars, and different colors at higher cost compared to the fiberglass. But with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and open up these new packages for the new motor that we're building for the high horsepower motor, along with one of the main parts that I've been waiting for a few months. And before we go any further, guys, before we open those just the parts, honestly, guys, I'm not here just talking shit out of my ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just truthfully, it sucks hearing everybody give credit to this scumbag, you know what I'm saying, and calling it a Hush Performance hood where it's not a Hush Performance hood. Never was. He's come with his own copy of it, and now he can call it one, I guess you can say. But again, in my eyes, and maybe to your guys' eyes, he is a copycat. He's just taking money from a small business company. I quietly don't care about it, you know what I'm saying, as far as like him doing it, because he ain't taking money away from me. We've already produced so many more hoods in the time that he's done it, because the original maker made this hood. And it goes to show you, when the originator is the originator, they can make things happen soon. And in that time, we came out with the sedan hood, the wagon hood where he came out, but we came out with the K24, and now we're going to come out with this hood. So it goes to show that with the experience and the person really behind it doing it, it all flows. So let's go ahead and open up these parts here. Alrighty, guys, so right here, guys, I don't have to open it. I already picked these up during the week. Huge shout out to my homeboy Gil. He works at Honda. He ended up getting me brand new OEM chain guides for the built motor. So we got both sides there. We also got a new K24 timing chain, OEM one. That's what I was told to go ahead and grab, so I ended up grabbing that. Aside from that, guys, we ended up ordering some more parts for this motor, or for this transmission, and also another trans, because you guys already know I do plan on trying to build a shootout car. So I ended up ordering 2 sets of D10 springs for the transmission. You guys know we have a little bit of issues when it comes down to shifting. It's just not notchy, and I want to try to fix that, and hopefully these D10 springs and the shifter springs will help me with that. If not, we really need to look into the transmission and see what is going on. But I did order 2 different sets of them, so that way we can have this pretty much set for the new motor that I want to build for the all-wheel drive EK, and also the shootout car. I was supposed to buy an EK hatchback from my brother. Unfortunately, he ended up selling it to somebody else, got offered a little bit more money, and that was taken away from me. It sucks, man. Being 100% truthful with you guys, I was really looking forward to that EK hatchback. It was OEM. It was not mint, but it looked like it was an abandoned car, and it was at a good price. And one thing it did not have was a key. Still clean title. It was at auction. My brother ended up picking it up, posted it, and he got offered a little bit more, and I don't blame him for it. But man, that sucks. It really did hurt, man, in all honesty, losing that hatchback, because it's what I really wanted over a coupe. You guys have followed along. I've said it, you know, I'm into a coupe or a hatchback, and this car was one to have. Another part that we have for the built motor, guys, I should have an update on that in this next coming week, is we do have the new Drag Cartel timing chain guide. This goes paired with the whole timing chain setup, so that way it'll help protect it and help it keep it safe and locked into its position, so that way it won't slip off or any of that stuff, which is what I'm trying to prevent. I'm trying to prevent this new motor from being, I want it to be bulletproof, in all honesty. I know motors have their own issues, they can't have issues, and hopefully we don't have any issues. One last thing that I've been waiting for, guys, and it's in this box here. So let's go ahead and open it up. Alrighty, guys, so I ended up unboxing it, and I have it down here, and this is the main part that I've been waiting for. Currently, right now, with this gentleman, I am the highest horsepower on his setup. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it is the turbo manifold. So this turbo manifold is from Just Tig. He ended up reaching out to me, or I reached out to him after saying that I am going to be building a motor, and him seeing that I actually made really good power on his log manifold. His log manifold is rated for like 500, 550. And if you guys remember correctly, on the all-wheel drive sedan, when we hit the dyno, we made 630. And that was on 28 pounds of boost. But me being who I was, I brought it back down. Not so much horsepower, but I did bring it down underneath the 600 horsepower because stock block, stock valve, stock pistons, I didn't want to blow a motor. So, which is why we ended up sending the motor out, that motor out, to go get fully built with pistons, rods, valves, everything else. You guys seen in the videos what I've gotten ready before for it. You guys seen what I got for it now. And this is the main part that's going to help me get even more power out of it. Currently, right now, from my understanding with Just Tig, is that I am the highest horsepower on that manifold. And after talking with him, he ended up helping me by sponsoring me a little bit and giving me a good deal with this manifold. He wants to see what I can do with it, as we did make good power with the last one. And my power goals for this setup is to see what it can make, and we are going to tame it back down. And the reason being is because I don't want to go past 650 horsepower. Even talking with Dana Young Static, he told me just go ahead and keep it at 650, keep it there, and that way I can be satisfied, because we're currently at 580. So that will make 70 horsepower more, a little bit more power. And I do want to have a higher horsepower saved as a map, and then me and Armin will tune it back down and save a second map for the lower horsepower, for the 650 horsepower. But if we make 850 or whatever it is, 900 horsepower on this setup, then we should be golden. But the main issue of bringing it back down is because of my transmission. It is a stock transmission. I am going to be saving up my pennies after this motor is built and after it's tuned, and possibly just going Gear X gears on it and doing new synchroids on it, because it does need it, because I do have that issue with second gear. But I'm hoping maybe these will help. I'm not saying it's gonna help. Maybe this is just gonna help the notchiness of the shift. But basically it's like second gear is non-existent in a high RPM. So basically it sounds kind of like the synchroids are gone. But we'll get to that when we get to that, even after the car is dynoed. I'm not gonna be beating on this car a lot on the street. I do want it for as a daily driving, and how I've been doing with the car lately is just enjoying it. So we'll see what it all comes down to here in the future, guys. But hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video, seeing the hood, the new product that we're going to be offering. Not a Hush Performance hood, and not a copycat hood. This is the from the originator, guys. Fiber Images, Carbon Trends, Albert. And if you guys want to know any more information on that, hit me up. I have a lot of proof of it. And I also got videos of the car being on Pinks All Out with Brian in it. I also have that picture, so on and so forth, and I have text messages from Robert reaching out to me, trying to get wholesale pricing, and wanted me to do so many test fitting and doing so much, and I wasn't going to do it because, again, he wasn't going to pay my price, so why was I going to do it with him? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But yeah, again, not a Hush Performance hood, guys. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, like I stated, please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the hood. Let me know what you guys think of the turbo manifold. Huge shout out to Just Tig once again, and everybody else, and basically all my sponsors that have jumped on board. Hybrid Racing, Performance Tube Bending, S1 Built. If it wasn't for these guys, man, the car wouldn't be in the stage that it's in right now. And I'm absolutely loving it. But yeah, with that being said, guys, catch you guys on the next one.